Today I'm going to give away a free t-shirt, bring you a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, bring you comics news, and reveal the books I bought this week. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching a Comic Hero show. Now kick that intro! Edition of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host Victor Nunley, and I am the Comic Hero. This month is Child Abuse Prevention Month. Now I'm going to touch base on that a little later on, but for right now, it's time to give away a free t-shirt. Alright, on last week's episode, I asked, which Marvel character in the miniseries House of M altered reality only to change it back and strip all but 198 mutants of their powers? Well, the correct answer is the Scarlet Witch. Now, if you would have said Wanda Maximoff or even just Wanda, I accepted your answer. And 7 people have answered correctly, and because they've answered correctly, the name's been entered in the drawing for a free tee. And that drawing takes place right now. So the winner of the free tee for this week's episode of the show is Megan Shelton from Jackson, Mississippi. So congratulations, Megan. You win yourself a free Comic Hero tee. Alright, here's the question for next week's episode, and this is a Teen Titans question. Which legendary Teen Titan can learn different languages via physical contact? Now here are the hints. The first hint is that this character made their first appearance in DC Comics Presents number 26 in 1980 and was created by Marv Wolfman and George Perez. The second hint, this character hails from the planet Tamaran. The third hint, this character's former love interest is the original Robin, Dick Grayson. The fourth hint, this character has been played by Anna Jopp on the current HBO Max series Titans. And the fifth and final hint, this character has been voiced by Hendon Walsh on the Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go animated series on Cartoon Network. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in the drawing for a free tee on next week's episode of the show. Alright, now Jeremy Pardue from West Monroe, Louisiana has requested a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, and this one features 2 magical characters. One from the comics, and one from the the small screen. Representing DC, we have Zatanna, and representing Mattel, we have Evil Lyn. These two are going to duke it out in a segment I like to call
the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown.
Welcome to the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Today, it's Zatanna versus Evil Lyn. Zatanna possesses mastery of various forms of magic. She primarily commands magical energies and spellcasting through speaking commands backwards. She's also an occult and demonology expert, a master stage magician and escape artist, and a skilled hand-to-hand combatant. Evil Lyn possesses teleportation, dark magic manipulation, and weather manipulation. Who will win? This fight would start and end with, you guessed it, magic. Evil Lyn would start off by magically chaining up Zatanna, but the latter would free herself by saying, "Fall off, Sneesh." Chains fall off. Zatanna then conjures up some magic of her own by unleashing a large amount of razor-sharp playing cards at Evil Lyn. Half of them cut her up until she teleports. She reappears to ambush Zatanna, but the latter abruptly spins around and delivers a clothesline to the former. Zatanna then ends the fight by saying, "Demons come out of her," and stripping Evil Lyn of any of all dark magic she previously possessed. Zatanna wins, and that concludes this fight on the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Thank you, Jeremy Pardue, for that fight. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll have another one in 2 weeks. Now, my rules for the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight segment are simple. The first rule is that there has to be at least one comic book and manga character involved. The second rule, this comic book or manga character can go up against another comic book or manga character, a video game character, or a series-minded cartoon character like Evil Lyn, He-Man, Optimus Prime, Voltron, anyone like that. And make sure that your fight request makes a lot of sense. It wouldn't make a lot of sense for Big Barda to go up against Aunt May. Just saying. All right, now it's time for Comically Speaking. So without further ado, let's talk comics. There's only one thing we're going to talk about in this segment of Comically Speaking, and that's the news that James Gunn has confirmed that somewhere down the line, characters from Milestone Media will be part of DC Studios. Now, when word got out at the end of last year that Safran and Gunn were going to discontinue the Snyderverse and start from scratch, I was very angry. I mean, if y'all watched the episode that I did at the end of last year, y'all probably watched. Y'all probably remembered the disgust that the disgust I showed on over that. And then a few months ago, they unleashed the Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters. I started somewhat regretting what I said, but not very much. I wasn't all that convinced. But with this news, I fully retract everything I said. I mean, let's just face it. I don't know who needs to hear this, but no character in the Milestone universe was involved in the Snyderverse. So I think this is a great thing. I totally, and as great as the Snyderverse was, there wasn't a lot of inclusion. And I think this is what we need to see. Now, by the way, Milestone, all the characters of Milestone Media are characters like Static, Rocket, Icon, Hardware, and the Blood Syndicate. Now the Milestone Media was founded back 30 years ago. This year marks the 30th anniversary, by the way, but it was marked 30 years ago. It was founded by Derek T. Dingle, Dennis Cowan, the late great Dwayne McDuffie, and a few others. There were a lot of comic book writers and artists that had left DC and Marvel and started their own publication because they felt that characters in it that were in a minority weren't depicted properly. So they came and they did them justice. Now, there was a cult following, and the comics division ended up folding in 1997 due to lack of sales, but DC ended up acquiring the rights to all those characters, and now the Milestone universe is alive and well once again. And I think this is great, and kudos to James Gunn and Peter Safran. It's going to be a while, because they wanted to make an impact with Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters, but I'm quite sure they're going to be in the next chapter. So really looking forward to that. And then Caleb McLaughlin from the Netflix series Stranger Things is still interested in playing the character Static. I think that's great, but it wouldn't surprise me if DC Studios ends up casting an actor who's younger and relatively unknown. But hey, I'm totally all in for that. So all I have to say is, to quote a recurring character from the Jeffersons by the name of Marcus. Well, all right. All right, that's it for Comically Speaking. Now let's get to the comics I bought this week.
Comic books I bought this week.
All right, here we go. First up is The Amazing Spider-Man number 24. Avengers Assemble Omega. Oh, check this out. Double cover. Oh, sorry, Wally, or Wallace. Batman Superman World's Finest, number 14. Black Adam, number 12. Catwoman, number 54. The Flash, number 797. Red Goblin, number 3. She-Hulk, number 12. Did it again. Static, Shadows of Dakota, number 3. Really excited about this book. Superboy, Man of Tomorrow, number 1. Superman, number 3. Wonder Woman, number 798. And finally, X-Force, number 39. All right, that's 13, which brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 12,019. All right, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this week's episode. Here's a question again for a free tee for next week's episode of the show. Which legendary Teen Titan can learn different languages via physical contact? Now, here's the hints again. The first hint is that this character made their first appearance in DC Comics Presents number 26 in 1980 and was created by George Perez and Marv Wolfman. The second hint, this character hails from the planet Tamaran. The third hint, this character's former love interest is the original Robin, Dick Grayson. The fourth hint, this character has been played by Anna Jopp on the current HBO Max series Titans. And then the fifth and final hint, this character has been voiced by Hendon Walsh on the Teen Titans and the Teen Titans Go animated series on Cartoon Network. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free tee on next week's episode of the show. And congratulations to Megan Shelton from Jackson, Mississippi, who won a free tee on this episode. All right, now, this month is Child Abuse Prevention Month. Now, child abuse is physical, sexual, and or psychological maltreatment or neglect of a child or children, especially by a parent or a caregiver. Now, child abuse may include any act or failure to act by a parent or caregiver that results in actual or potential harm to a child and can occur in a child's home or in the organizations, schools, communities, and the child interacts with. Now, there are 7 types of child abuse. There's physical abuse, mental abuse, sexual abuse, neglect, substance abuse, exploitation, and modern slavery. Now, there are more than 1,500 children to die here in the U.S. each year from child abuse and neglect. Now, that is horrible. That's beyond horrible. Words can't describe. Now, when a child goes through, I believe that when a child is abused or neglect, they become everyone's child. And now, granted, I do believe in the Bible verse, spare the rod, spoil the child, but there are some parents that take that verse way too far, and then they'll injure their child, they'll draw blood, and even worse, they'll even kill their child. Don't do that. You can discipline your child without hurt, without injuring them or drawing blood or killing them. Don't tell them you can't do that. You can. And some of the things that I've heard parents tell their children is just it just breaks my heart. And if I have when I get married and have children, I'm not going to do my child like that. Now I will discipline them. Trust me, I will. But I'm not going to go too far. I mean, just thinking about this, just chills me to the core. All right, well, this is a child abuse themed comic hero tee, and if you would like one, you can find them on my website, IamTheComicHero.com, for $17. I'm sorry, folks. These are children. Children deserve to be happy. They deserve to be free from abuse. I mean, there's just no sense in this. None. All right, here's the road ahead for the show. On next week's episode, I'm going to raise awareness of brain tumors. Now, brain tumors, I personally know someone that died from complications of a brain tumor, and I'm going to wear a shirt in observance of that. On episode 444, I'm raising awareness of lupus. On episode 445, I'm celebrating Memorial Day. On episode 446, I'm raising awareness of mental health. Now, if you're watching this for the first time on YouTube, welcome. And as soon as you're done, hit subscribe. And if you're watching this for the first time on the Comic Book Lovers Facebook page, welcome. Go on YouTube and hit subscribe. And also, I have some great news that I really need to share with y'all right now. I am going to be a vendor at GeekCon in August, after all. There's going to be an extra room being open for vendors at the Shreveport Convention Center, and I was sent an email of that and asked if I still wanted to do it, and I told them yes, and I went on ahead and paid for a table. So meet me at the Shreveport Convention Center on August the 18th or the 20th. I will be a vendor there, and just for a heads up, I'm going to be in the Captain Shree Ballroom at the Shreveport Convention Center. So yeah, it's finally happening. And also meet me on June 3rd at the Paragon Casino Resorts Ballroom in Marksville, Louisiana, for the site of the 3rd annual Sinlaw Collector Con. I will be a vendor there also. All right, I'm Victor Nully on the Comic Hero. I'll see you next week for episode 444, or 443 rather. So until then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero! If you're a child or you know a child who's on the receiving end of child abuse, please call the National Child Abuse Hotline at 1-800-4-A-CHILD. That's 1-800-422-4453. Children deserve to be happy and free from abuse. Thank you.